and Kim Charles Itswara.
Hi, I'm Alexis Crizel P. Bartolome.
Hi, my name is Benjamin P. Acapito.
Hi, my name is Desiree Bay.
My name is James Christian Elbari.
Hi, I'm Twinkle Anne-Marie Angobong.
And today, we're going to have an experiment entitled Grow Old With You. So ano ba meron dito? So basically, 4 mung beans will be subjected into an experiment wherein we will determine their growth rate depending on their environment, whether indoor or outdoor, and the place they're planted on, whether soil or cotton balls. So here are some of the materials needed. So first, we need the mung beans, 4 plastic cups, cotton balls, soil, and a tap water. You may also use some gloves if you don't want to get your hands dirty. Other than that, let's get going.
After the preparation of the materials, let us proceed to the devising of the experimental setup. For the normal setup, soil was fairly distributed to the 2 plastic containers covering the necessary volume of it. Then, each of the containers were labeled accordingly. One is labeled as indoor, without sunlight, and the other outdoor, with sunlight. Subsequently, the soaked mung beans were placed on top of the loam soil. Then, it is watered impartially enough to soak the soil inside. Finally, growth was observed for approximately 4 days wherein information was gathered. Moving on, the preparation of the second setup involves the same materials as with the first one, except the soil. In this certain setup, soil is replaced by the cotton. Same with the first setup, the mung beans were placed on top of the cotton, then was watered enough to soak the inner portions of the cotton. Also, it was observed for days. On the first day, it was observed that both the indoor and outdoor treatment of this experiment have shown minimal sloughing off of the seed coat of the beans and projections of the cotyledon. However, these changes are more evident on the treatment indoor, specifically where beans were placed on cotton. On the second day, more shedding of the seed coat and longer projections of the cotyledon was apparent, but these changes were more observable on the beans placed indoor, specifically those in the treatment cotton. In the case of the beans outdoor, cotton treatment has shown more of these changes than those beans on the soil. On the third day, long stems and almost full projection of the cotyledon was observed on the beans placed indoor, particularly on the cotton ones, while those beans placed outside shown only minimal development, albeit stems and matured projection of the cotyledon is more evident on the beans placed on cotton. The fourth and final day, mature and healthy-looking stems and cotyledon was observed on the beans placed indoor. This is truer on those beans placed on cotton. On the other hand, the outdoor beans have shown lesser development than the indoor ones. Nonetheless, the cotton seeds were more germinated than its soil counterpart.
The result of germination of the mung beans. In the outdoor setup, 2 seeds were germinated in the soil sample with the height of 5 cm, and all seeds were germinated in the cotton sample with the height of 7 cm. In the indoor setup, 4 seeds were germinated in the soil sample with the height of 14 cm, while all seeds were germinated in the cotton sample with the height of 12 cm.
Growing a seed could undergo a variety of processes, including the characteristics we may not be able to see with our naked eye, but it actually happens, like the energy transformation or metabolism that takes place within a mung bean. These beans are multicellular organisms, which means they contain a lot of cells. To sum it up, we made a 4-day experiment utilizing 4 plastic container na nagko-contain ng cotton and ng soil, and naka-place din siya outside and inside. So each day, nilalagyan namin siya ng tubig and ina-obserbahan din namin siya. And after 4 days, nakita namin yung result in terms of length of the sprouted mung beans. Sample number 1 is the fastest, which is yung nakalagay sa may cotton and placed indoor. And on the other hand, sample number 4 is the slowest, which is nakalagay sa may soil and exposed to sunlight. So we therefore conclude that hindi kailangan ng mung beans ng sunlight for germination and mas kailangan niya ng darkness. And mas kinonsider din namin yung temperature ng inside for its optimal range for the germination of the plants. So I just wanna add some trivia. In general, germination process can be distinguished into 3 phases. Phase 1, rapid water imbibition by seed. Phase 2, reactivation of metabolism. And Phase 3, radical protrusion. So ito yung mga example na ang living things is kailangan ng materials and energy for their growth and nakaka-apekto ang metabolism sa kanila. So I hope you enjoy our experiment. Thank you and God bless.